9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Round me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one. 'Cause we are all one, we are all one. We are all one, we are all one. We are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey everybody. So I needed to come live anyways before $7 p.m., which is in 2 hours, because we have the I need people to vote for the 10 people they want on the 10 people they want on the island. The Getting Ziggy with It nude island. So make sure you put in your, hold on, I'm gonna get you guys that link, but it is on my community wall. It's a hot one. I don't know, for some reason our air conditioning doesn't seem to be working correctly. Let's see, copy link. Shit, that's not right. Let's try it like that. So we're waiting here. I have JB
live on YouTube Live as well. I see the tweets.
There's the link.
You know, it's interesting. I say tweets, but are they X's now? You know, did we really need to rename Twitter? Was that necessary? You know what? Maybe we'll talk about that more at the end of this live stream. The most important pressing matter, of course, is this Carlee Russell press conference that begins here from Hoover, Alabama. Again, police officials, government officials are going to be speaking here, and our coverage continues after the press conference takes place here on W.
Thank you.
Now,
sound is very low. Hold on.
In this story on WFLA.com, WFLA app. This feed coming in from our next star sister station,
when I will
WIAT CBS 42, providing us with this live
so that
feed.
you guys can hear better.
And again, we were given the 2-minute warning. So if you're looking for the live feed,
hey everybody coming in
again, or the press conference,
you rang.
It will begin here momentarily.
Hey, Unbroken Podcast, RJ.
I'll be back here after the press conference concludes on WFLA.
Toaster, I haven't seen you for a while. Well, I think you can vote multiple times if you want to. Right now.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Escaleba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After reading the statement, we will have time for a few questions related to the case. Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation, and there are some questions we simply cannot answer at this point. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief Durzis.
Thank you, Captain.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBC 13. Can you tell us where, or excuse me, what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
For ETO WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting?
Yeah, no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Were you chatting with Fox 6? What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa.
Lisa Crane, WBTM 13. Do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan, with JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony. That's all we know.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, you know, this was an elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Liviana Calmes, WPRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBTN 13. Just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen. And, you know, we're thankful for that.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Breaking news on WFLA Now. Here's JB Buno.
Carlee Russell admits she was never abducted, sharing a statement through her attorney that.
Okay, so we know that for a fact now. She says nobody helped her, but, you know, of course she's going to probably say that to keep other people out of trouble because she's already, if she doesn't get any charges for this, people are going to go irate. Did you guys see my community post that supposedly this was posted on her Twitter by, which for some reason I can't see it all. When I'm on my phone, I can see it all in one shot, but. So it says, before I turn myself in tomorrow, there's one thing I want you all to know. I lived a big high-class life. I didn't like it as much. Most people wanted me for my money and not for me as a person. I wanted to be happy with the right people in my life. Throughout my life, from high school and even college, I was bullied and mistreated, told I would never be good enough for anyone. Depression came in and I had nowhere to escape. I tried ending things, but I couldn't. If you put yourself in my shoes for one moment, obviously you would have done what I did on July 13th, but your outcome would probably have been different or worse. I'm sorry to everyone. I'm sorry to the people who searched for me. I'm sorry for all the sources that were spent to find me when I really wasn't missing. This part right here is catching me, though. If you put yourself in my shoes for one moment, obviously you would have done what I did on July 13th. What? I don't know if she meant to say that, but no, I don't think people would have done that. Not everybody would have, even in her same circumstances.
Obviously, as he noted, the discretion here on whether or not to charge Carlee Russell. I heard Nick Durzis say that he will announce charges if and when they are filed. It's anybody's guess right now whether or not that will happen, but I was glad to hear a reporter ask the question that I've personally been wondering: how much did this cost?
Yeah.
What resources were expended? Because you think about, I believe last week he said they had to fly a helicopter, they had drone teams, surely detectives working overtime. I'm guessing this will be a figure when you total up all the agencies, all the personnel, and all the equipment. I mean, it costs minimum $1,000 an hour to fly a helicopter anywhere.
Jack, there's nothing right. There's nothing that is funny about this.
No.
The word hoax has been tossed about. There's nothing funny about this
For anybody.
or anybody.
No.
There's no games that should be played when it comes to missing persons cases. I shared this on stream. Can you think of what it must have been like for a parent of an actual missing person to see this case get so much media attention and then find out that it was not true, that the story that was told that was just not true?
And why did it get media attention? It's because often there is criticism of the media, I'm using that term very loosely, that we don't cover missing persons cases enough. Obviously, that's something you have championed and made a huge difference in, and our audience has made a huge difference in on WFLA Now. But I thought about the detectives who must have been putting aside other work they are doing, because just as every police department across the country is, they are stretched thin some weeks in their communities with what they have to investigate, what they have to, they always say, we hear the term, oh, it's an ongoing investigation. That's not a throwaway line. If anybody out there is in law enforcement, you know that these things take weeks and weeks and really running to ground quite a bit of information.
How much do you guys think that it cost, like, estimated? I don't know if she asked for prayers or if her parents are the ones asking. I'm sure she could use the prayers. Even though she made a horrible mistake, horrible decision, she has a whole world's eyes on her. So I'm sure that's not easy, but this is a very good lesson for her to learn this young. Maybe there's hope for Carlee since she's learned this lesson, because she sounds like she's a little bit sheltered, and so this might be a good kick in her behind. Hopefully she didn't ruin her whole life, and because this is probably going to be felony charges. Maybe if it's her only charges she's ever had, they might be able to get lowered to a misdemeanor upon completion of her probation. No, I don't think it was just her doing either. I don't. I was thinking about, gosh, 100,000. Do you guys think 100,000, or do you think more than that? Sorry, I'm texting my landlord because it's literally like 80 degrees in here. Which I don't remember ever like having trouble I don't remember the air conditioner not working good like last summer. I mean, if it's just this one time, it's fine, but it's 80 degrees in here, and I like it 68, okay? So, yeah. Let's continue to listen here what they're talking about.
Do this. Is it to hear your name on social media platforms? Is it for, are you trying to achieve social media fame? Is there something, I mean, she, again, going back to her Google search history, Jack, she's looking up the movie Taken. Is there something
Right.
that, I mean, we don't want to go down the speculative rabbit hole too deep, but what eludes us in this case up until this point is motive. We don't know why she would do something like this.
No, and what is going to be so fascinating to watch, the district attorney in Jefferson County is a man named Danny Carr, and there have been incidences, and, you know, as we've seen with some prosecutors in big cities, they've taken an initiative not to prosecute, you know, certain things that they don't feel are worthy of maybe the resources. You know, a lot of district attorneys get to have the prerogative ultimately on whether or not you charge somebody. Many legal experts would say this and would agree with me that it is not hard to get an indictment in this country, in this legal system, if you choose to do so. And certainly there is now a mountain of evidence, and it sounds like her attorney, Emory Anthony, who is a very well-known criminal defense attorney in Birmingham, Alabama, he generally, in my experience covering him, represented violent criminals and violent offenders. So I found it fascinating that, you know, I didn't hear a defense of any kind in that statement. It was an admission.
Let's really quickly, what we're going to do, because we heard it once, but I think it's really important now to hear the words in the statement and what was actually, we're going to play it back for you. But again, as a reminder, these words coming up are from Emory Anthony, the statement that was provided from Carlee Russell's attorney. And again, context, she was going to be meeting with police, with investigators today, and then backs out of that to provide a written statement instead. And this is what that written statement was back in 90 seconds on WFLA.
No kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any.
I saw somebody's a comment in the chat that I agree with. Actually, it really sucks that, especially that this had to be a woman, like a woman of color, a Black woman, because, you know, I think a lot of times people think with missing people, it's usually the blonde hair, blue eyed people that get the most exposure nationwide. But something like this, you know, it just brings back, takes things back a few steps, you know, in the progress made to equality. So it's really a shame, because it just, it makes it harder for people who are really actually do have family missing or have somebody missing, you know, because it's the whole like cry wolf thing. People just are not gonna, they're gonna side eye. It's just how it is. Hey, Crystal Stars. We're at 274 responses for the survey. I'm looking here what we're at as far as top 10. You know, it's crazy. Can you believe the person that is in the absolute lead above all else, above even me and Justin Farrell and Prayer Garden, is Jinkies. Can you believe that? People are really wanting Jinkies on the island. Cool. He's going to get somebody here for the air conditioner. I can't. Superstar. Feel something's not right? You mean as far as with her story? Or with, you think probably there's more people involved? I'm guessing there is. I really believe there's probably at least like one other guy. I would guess probably a male who probably was trying to get in her pants, and decided to help her in hopes of getting lucky. Probably somebody had a crush on her or whatever, trying to white knight and come save her. I know how guys can be. First time I saw it, when I saw that video on the highway, the very first thing I said is like, there's no way a toddler can walk that fast. I'm like, look how fast her car's going on the side of the road. It didn't make sense. No, not all guys. And and same thing with women. Not all women would do crazy vindictive shit like this. But oh shoot, we should have added him to the list. I think we do have somebody who voted for Blue Solo Cup actually. Maybe not. We have 2 votes for Sheba Mom. But no, it's really wait, where was that comment? She should have to pay everyone back. That's the very least she should get restitution. Some guy paid attention to her and she wanted attention, and so she pulled this stunt, and to try to make her boyfriend jealous. I was looking for a words comment, and no wonder I couldn't find it because it's not showing up on StreamYard. But Blue Solo Cup's not a creator, so we tried to keep it just creators, and we were starting to put people like Candace and Andrew Hiltz and stuff, but we decided not to do anybody like that's a possible suspect in the case, or somebody like Jody Sue or even Andrew. Yeah, I bet if a person gave her this idea, they probably were kidding. Nobody thinks that they're going to actually do something like that. Hold on, guys. My landlord's calling. Hello? Hey. Sorry, guys. I didn't know that my landlord would be. Hold on, guys. I'm having a. Sorry. So he's going to be calling back here in a second. But I'm trying. Born in Washington. Washington State. They would say Washington, D.C. if it was Washington, D.C. So Washington. I know if I would have thought about it, I would have turned on the sound of JB, but yeah, country girl, I agree. Entitled and spoiled. So this is probably going to be a good life lesson for her, actually. I didn't think my landlord would be like wanting to come fix that right this second, but hey, I've never had an issue where I've had to call him for anything. Actually, Jim used to I would just call Jim because he fixed everything. I've never seen somebody be able to fix stuff like Jim could, just like anything, you know. It's hot in here though, like it's. Like if it was just today, if it is only like that today, then I could handle it. But I don't know if it's going to be like this all next month. Ugh. So, what does who look like? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Aurora. Yeah, there's an AC problem. Oh, Blue Solo Cup. Thanks for okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see him. He cammed up over at where was it? Okay, let's see. He was trying so hard to get on my panel last night, but let's see. Well, I'll check that out. Then I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll be back later. We might do a round of the game tonight, where we vote people off. The Getting Ziggy with It Nude Island. So he was on panel, you say? Is this him? Hold on. Oh no, that's it. That's
Never had your power go out or you feel weird.
Yeah, you know what?
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
There's something wrong with your mic. Brand.
Deborah, you crack.
I don't see where what's that. If anybody has a timestamp,
Yeah.
does anybody have a timestamp? Because I would like to see that. Ziggy's membership link is this. Oh, it's not the last live, the one before it. Okay. I was just curious. Was he up on panel for a long time? Is it this person up on the top right?
Around people get down.
Oh, okay. Guys, I have to go. My landlord's calling, guys. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Oh, and thank you for the membership. Gotta go. Bye.